Hello and welcome back to the Sanders Review. My name is Caleb Sanders and today I'm wanting to do a couple things. If you're coming here from the Booktube Newbie intro video, thank you for clicking on another video. If you're seeing this for the first time, welcome. I love stories. This channel is all about reviewing books, movies, games, anything that has a major story that we can just dissect, be able to dive into. It's something I'm really excited about. But today I'm wanting to do a couple things to show off a recent mini book haul and highlight my small bookshelf. And then also look at some other books that just don't quite fit or make it onto this shelf. So you'll see that in just a minute. I really like to go to a few half-price bookstores, things like that. And so recently I went and was able to pick up a few books that I've been wanting to either get for myself or to be able to read. The first one here is Robin Hobb. This is a author who I have read one book by and absolutely loved. It was the first of the Live Ship Traders trilogy. Haven't made it further yet because I wanted to wait and do it for this channel. But I've never read Assassin's Apprentice, and so I got the basic printing edition of this. I've seen some beautiful ones online, but if I like it, maybe eventually I'll get a really nice, beautiful copy, hard copy. But I'm really looking forward. What I've heard about it is that it involves a son who is illegitimate, who becomes an assassin for the royal court. That is it. And apparently Robin Hobb likes to write heartbreak, or at least your characters that you invest yourself into. So definitely the Live Ship Trader trilogy, we saw that a lot. Some of those despicable characters she can write as well. So I'm looking forward to see if she can write some good villains as well. That'll be something I'm looking forward to. Next up, this one is another one that is from Half Price Books. The Garden of the Moon, which is the volume 1 of the Malazan Book of the Fallen, which I've heard this is a intense series to get into, and so I'm wanting to find some time to start reading this as well. Sorry for the reflection there. And yeah, looking forward to getting to this. I've heard that this spans an entire world, that each book is standalone, and looking forward to dive into that. And the third book that I got from this mini book haul is one that I read years ago that my brother got me to read. And it's one that I want to reread and review here on this channel. And it is The Scarlet Pimpernel by Baroness Orczy. This is an amazing book set during the French Revolution. It was written well over 100 years ago, highlighting a group or an individual who is helping nobles escape Paris during the Reign of Terror. And so this is one that I'm looking forward to reviewing as well, rereading and reviewing. Onto the bookshelf. If you've read Joe Abercrombie, you know that he knows how to write characters. He knows how to write these large political thrillers. Magic systems are on the low on this one, so it really just highlights the human character and human spirit in all ways. So if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. I can't wait to finish reading the Age of Madness series. Evan Winter's Rage of Dragons series is just amazing. I can't wait for the third one to come out this year, I believe. My wife really said that she wants to read the first one, and so I'm really looking forward to her reading that. My wife surprised me and wanted me to be able to actually participate in Brandon Sanderson's Book of the Year, book club, whatever the surprise drop that he had, and so I was able to get all 4 of the secret drops. It was phenomenal just to get that package and just the detail that was in it. I don't know if I have a favorite from those 4. I will probably do a review at some point of those 4 secret projects because it's amazing. If you don't know about that, just wait. We'll talk about it or research it and look it up. My second shelf is made up of a lot of just odds and ends. You have the Lightbringer series in there, which Brent Weeks, I don't have his last book, but I love that series. He did a phenomenal job with it. Didn't end quite as good, but it was a really good series with a great magic system. Pierce Brown's Red Rising series. I am enjoying reading the second arc of it. Definitely like the first arc better, but the second arc definitely am diving into as I am in Dark Age right now. I have several classics that I absolutely love. Count of Monte Cristo is a classic. I am wanting to reread that at some point. Sherlock Holmes. If you don't have a Sherlock Holmes volume, what are you doing? It's a classic for a reason. I mean, go get a Sherlock Holmes volume. The Golem and the Djinn is another one that I'm really looking forward to reading. It is on New York Times bestseller list. And the premise just reads really well, so I'm looking forward to reading that as well. So next, I want to take a look at my Below the Bed Books boxes, because everyone has a Below the Bed book box. All right, so first up for my Below the Bed book box, we have the first 2 Stormlight Archive books. These are amazing reads. I do not have the hardcovers, and so one day they will join my bookshelf, but until now, they're below the bed. Next up, we have Patrick Rothfuss, his Name of the Wind, or, hold on, King Killer Chronicle series, which is amazing. I really hope we get book 3. Next book below the bed is Lies of Locke Lamora, probably in my top 5 favorite books of all time. Absolutely amazing. Its sequel, Red Seas Under Red Skies, I would argue is just as good. And then you have the third one. I also have a personal account by a Muslim official going to Scandinavia in his visit to the Vikings, so I want to read that for sure. I also have a book about World War II set in the Pacific that I got from my dad. I still haven't read it. Sorry, Dad. But that is something I will plan on reading this year. Additional book, Just Mercy. If you've never watched the movie or read the book, definitely do it. It will break your heart in many ways. We have a book I mentioned in the previous video, Lost in the Barrens, which I cannot wait to read with my son, probably when he is about 7 years old. And last but not least, we have The Wheel of Time, which I do not have room for, and someday I will hopefully get some amazing hardbacks, but until then, I will keep rereading it out of the box under my bed. Probably I will be going into my 5th read through sometime this next year. So there you have it. That is my bookshelf. That is my below the bed book boxes. Let me know in the comments what is in your below the bed book box, because I know everybody has a below the bed book box. If you love books, you have one, unless you have a wall library Beauty and the Beast style, which, goals. So thank you for checking out this video where I just kind of highlight some of the things that I am currently reading, have read, looking forward to. I have a much more up in my dad's up in the mountains in Weed, California. I have boxes and boxes of books and shelves of books, which my wife said that we don't have room for, and to be honest, she's right. Next week, I'm going to be reviewing the start to a very famous series, which I didn't know that you could write fantasy books in that way. We're going to be reviewing the first book of Discworld by Terry Pratchett. We're going to be looking at the color of magic and being able to just help people learn about how amazing that series is. So I hope you enjoyed yourself if you were here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We'll see you next week.